Hello everyone, welcome in to the channel. Who is the person that you are becoming? These changes you're making, who are they making you become? These trials you're going through, who are they making you become? The dark times you've went through or you are currently going through, what type of person are they turning you into? Okay, this could be a bit of a deeper reading. Maybe there's some triggering things in here, I don't know, but I do want to give you that warning that it could be triggering. We have 3 piles for you to choose from. You're going to choose which one of these 3 piles you are most drawn to. Some up close. Go down in the comment section and click that pile, okay? You can click more than one because the future is not set in stone, and at any moment you could become another person. Do you know what I'm saying? So if the current energy changes, you could change who you become, and maybe that's why you're drawn to 2, or maybe you're in the hallway of choosing 2 different doors of who you're becoming. That could be another thing that's going on, okay? If you're new here, my name is Aimee.The.Infamous. I do psychic readings and tarot readings here on YouTube as well as TikTok, sometimes Instagram and Facebook. This is a general collective reading for thousands, but if you want something that's going to be more accurate, information to book with me is in the description box. You can also subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss when I'm posting videos like this or doing the live mini readings for only $11. Okay, I appreciate everyone for supporting me, for showing me love. Some of you have reached out to me personally to send me an email or Instagram message just to let me know that you support the channel. And I do appreciate you guys taking the time to do things like that, like the video, comment, subscribe, go out of your way to message me. It does mean a lot. Okay. However, you know, don't scare me if you guys message me, okay? I've had some people that have scared me through messaging me. Like, I can tell that they do support, but they also, you know, they throw in something in there that kind of gives them a creep vibe. So, you know, be careful what you say, guys. I don't want to get creeped out. That's only happened twice, though, so far. So, yeah. Anyways, this is pile 1. This is pile 2. And this is pile 3. You know, and usually when it's people creeping me out, it's because they're asking for my personal number, or they like say something rude and then they say something nice. You know, it's like gives mixed energy, you know, and that makes me wonder what their motive is. So I will help you guys pick that are asking to pick. Once I start the reading, I'm no longer going to help pick anymore. Okay. Hey, Simona. Hey, Tonya, I got your message. She's one of the people that was nice and not creepy, so shout out to her. Okay, Simona, 1, 2, or 3. You're between 2 or 3. One for you, Tonya. Hopefully I'm saying your name right. Maria, 2. Hey, Mystic Lion. Welcome in. I'm going to say for Mystic Lion, 2. Hello. give it another 10 seconds before I start the reading. Make sure nobody else needs help. If I don't see you guys message me right away or even comment, you know, in these live videos, I promise I'm not ignoring you. I'm busy, or I'm reading the energy and I'm trying not to get distracted. You're drawn to 1. I'd say mostly 1 is your pile, but you may have little details of pile 2. Okay, everyone, we're going to start the reading now. Let's move these over. Okay. Pile 1. This is your reading here at 6 minutes. Thanks to those of you putting the timestamps, by the way. If you're just coming in, this just may be your pile. Sand through the hourglass, yet time could stand still. A moment lasts forever, and the bliss of the heart's will. You're becoming someone who is in the present moment. You're becoming someone who is mindful. You're not thinking too much of the past. You're not letting the past control you. You're not worried about the future. Maybe you now is, but this version of you that you're becoming is not, okay? This version of you that you are becoming realizes that all there really is the present moment. So many people, whatever they thought about yesterday, they're thinking about today. And the cycle keeps continuing. And you're breaking that cycle. You're becoming someone who has broken the cycle of being in the past or in the future, and you're living your life to the fullest because you're understanding now is really all you have. Because of that, you do make wiser decisions, smarter decisions. Because when you're thinking about the past or the future too much like that, where it has a lot of especially negativity tied to it, you're reacting based off your fears. Oh, I did this before in the past and it didn't work out. Or I'm scared to do this and then it turns out wrong in the future. So it blocks you from your intuition because you're going based off past experiences or fear of the future. Okay? So basically, you're becoming someone who is brave and intuitive. I think you already are very intuitive, but it's blocked because of fears or because of, again, the past. Who is pile 1 becoming? I experience love wherever I go. Love is everywhere, and I'm loving and lovable. Some of you have this belief that people don't truly love you, like they're faking it. Like they're not truly in love with you and they don't truly love you. They're faking it. They're trying to get something out of you. And again, this could be subconscious. Hey, Daniela. Loving people fill my life, and I find myself easily expressing love to others. So you're becoming someone who has no hate in their heart. You don't have hate for yourself. You don't have hate for another. You don't have resentment for yourself. You don't have resentment for another. And this is fixing a limiting belief. You're becoming someone who does not have the limiting belief of feeling like you're unlovable, or because you have these insecurities or these flaws, no one will truly love you. or because you have this disease, no one will love you. That happens to a lot of people, and I'm not saying this is pile 1's case, but there could be someone in pile 1 that does have some type of disease, or you do have some type of virus where you feel like no one will love you because you have these major health issues, or maybe someone in here has, you know, something like HIV or something. And that's obviously not everyone. That's for a specific person in this pile. But that's a limiting belief. I've seen a girl that has HIV and she married someone that does not have it because he loves her. He sees her beyond that, you know? But this could even be certain insecurities you have where you think you're unlovable because you have some type of flaw, some type of insecurity. You put way too high in the current moment. You put way too high of expectations and criticism on yourself that just needs to be dropped. And I feel like you're becoming someone who does not put these extremely high expectations on yourself, especially with beauty standards. You're realizing you don't have to look like a Kardashian. You don't have to get 20 plastic surgeries. That you can enjoy life right now, who you are right now. Even until you become more of who you want to be, right? That doesn't mean you have to hate who you are now. So you really are becoming someone who accepts your flaws and embraces them and does not let them define who you are. Those flaws you have are not you. The illness you have is not you. You know what I mean? The past that you've had is not you either. Some of you are letting your past define you, and that's not you anymore. So, again, also someone that's full of forgiveness. It's interesting that I'm seeing eggs here because you know, some of you, this is kind of like a metaphor vibe, but some of you may have been putting several eggs in different baskets just to kind of see what would work because you didn't believe in a vision or you didn't believe in yourself. So like, let me just put a little egg here, a little egg there, a little egg here, and see what pops off. But really, if you would have put all your eggs in one basket and nourished it with love, it would take off. So you're becoming someone who realizes that. And that might work for some people to an extent, but not for pile 1. Okay, pile 1 needs to do something that they love in order for it to grow. Some people can grow things that they don't like. But pile 1 is not that case. You pile 1 would get burnt out. So you're becoming someone who does not get easily burnt out because you're living in the moment and you're doing what you love. And you're loving yourself. And you're loving others. You know what I'm hearing is Photograph by Nickelback right now. You're becoming someone where if you ever do think of the past, you're not thinking of the negative things. You're seeing the beauty in the past. This is you finally moving on from the past. And 8 is abundance, so that makes me feel like you're leaving the past behind, viewing it in a new light in order to be more abundant, more money. Because if the past is weighing you down and you're not viewing the past with love and what it taught you and just how it destroyed you, that's a burden. And you can't take burdens with you to abundance. Yeah, you're becoming someone who's extremely stable and wealthy. But you made this wealth out of love. Some people get rich because they're doing things they hate. This is not who you're becoming, though. You're not becoming someone who does what you love from... You're not becoming someone who does what you hate just for money. You're becoming someone who does what they love for money. And they make more than enough doing it. Even if you have to take steps to do that. You're taking the steps to do that. Who is pile 1 becoming? Someone who is breaking a generational curse involving money. Recovering from financial loss. This is also about recovering from spiritual poverty. So you, like I said, you can be rich and still hate your freaking life, because that's spiritual poverty. That's why we see rich people that are still in depression. They still don't like their life. We hear about it all the time, because then they're poor spiritually. You're becoming someone who is rich in spirit and in material. You've balanced the two. This is someone that can constantly live with balance of the spiritual and the material. You figured out how to do it. And love was the answer. So you're becoming someone who figured out how to really use and activate love to create things. You're becoming someone who actually enjoys alone time, but you don't spend too much alone time to where it's like negative, right? You're spending enough alone time with yourself, though, where you know yourself. You can listen to yourself. You can talk to yourself. You don't have a fear of being alone. Some people in this pile had a fear of being alone because they were neglected or abandoned as children. And it's subconscious. And that's why some people, they always want to hang out with someone. Or some people, they always have to have like a pet so that they're not lonely. Or they always have to have a TV on in the background so that they don't feel lonely. Or, you know, the list can go on and on. These are all examples. Or they always have to be in a relationship. They always have to be on the phone. You know what I mean? You're becoming someone who's not like that. You don't have to have a distraction to keep you from feeling lonely. You can sit in silence and completely entertain yourself and feel at peace and happy. And this is interesting because you're actually becoming someone who enjoys discipline. You don't hate the discipline. You enjoy cleaning. You enjoy going to the gym. You enjoy eating right. You're enjoying routine a bit more, which could be total opposite from who you are now or who you were in the past, where maybe you're more of a free spirit. Again, you're matching the spiritual with the material. You're becoming someone who can do both, can manage the two. A lot of people who are extremely spiritual and they haven't balanced with the material, they don't have routines. Think of hippies, you know, or think of even gypsies sometimes. So you're learning how to master the two. A master of this, balancing the spirit and the material. That's who you're becoming. Someone who may even be in a leadership position. Someone who easily attracts lovers, friends. Love wherever you go. You just get love from people. Alignment. Contracts. Someone who easily gets hired. So this is who you're becoming, especially if you get nervous on interviews. The person you're becoming does not get nervous on interviews because people just love you at first sight. They love your energy. It just, magic happens. Okay? I'm going to leave pile 1 here because we're already at 20. Thanks for watching pile 1. Let's go to pile 2. Pile 2 at 2022. Wow. Who are you becoming? Hey, Destiny. Secret sketches. Wander and seek the familiar and friendly kind. Draw memories and sketches for others to find. Wow, now that's interesting. Okay, different scenarios that I'm getting. But the main idea of these different scenarios that this could be is that you're delivering messages that are helping other people. Artist, right? A picture says 1,000 words, and they find their own meaning in it. The same thing can happen with music. The same thing can happen with poetry or writing. This could be someone that maybe even is a channeler. But you know, people that do things like that, they are channeling. People that do music, people that do art, people that do things like that, they are channelers too. Different types of channelers. But this could even be someone that's a channeler of, you know, like someone like Bashar. Some of you may be becoming someone who can point out things for yourself and for people. Okay, so let's say what a hypnotherapist could do, what a psychic can do, what a therapist can do. So we're going to have to dive more into this one, right? I started from the bottom and now I'm rich. I got in my bag and I ain't looked back since. I feel like this could be my pile that has went through issues or has issues even mentally to be able to help other people make it out. Like, oh yeah, I remember when I went through the same thing you were going through. This is how I got out. It feels like that. It feels like you're becoming someone who has some type of brand, which a brand is a story to be told. People know your face. They know who you are. They know how you made it out. They know how you're influencing and helping others. As I say yes to life, life says yes to me. Thinking of that lady, I forgot her name, but she actually has yes tattooed on her neck. She was in a cult. I forgot her name. She was in a cult that she escaped, and now she's like a millionaire. She does spiritual videos that help people. But it's making me kind of think of her right now. This, like, if she were to watch one of my videos, this would be like her pile. Life mirrors my every thought. As I keep my thoughts positive, life brings to me only good experiences. Of course, you're going to have a negative thought. We all do. We can't control it. But the problem is when people hold on to the thoughts and start thinking thoughts after that thought. So basically, the first thought that comes in is not your thought, but the second and third and fourth one is, and so on. So when you start not letting the thought just pass and you start holding on to it and claiming it, then you make it yours. So what you're doing and the person you're becoming is someone that kind of just lets things pass. It's almost giving me like a monk. Monks can do that. And maybe you are someone, if you can't get rid of a thought and you just can't figure out how to control it, you're someone who puts that thought into something else so that it lives there instead of your mind. As I said, like a musician, like an artist, like a writer. Okay? So some of you are being like a creator of some type. Someone that has a really big childlike imagination, where in the past it felt like it was hindering you, but the person you're becoming, your big imagination is helping you, and it's helping others. You know, if you're a paranoid person and you hate being home alone because you always think that someone's watching you or someone's going to kidnap you or someone's watching you in your windows, you're a paranoid person, write a book. Put that in a book. Put that in a song. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Okay, you know, like that song? He put what he was feeling into a song so that it lived there instead of his head. These people, like Edgar Allan Poe right here, had paranoid thoughts. Thought of scary things, and so it wouldn't live in his mind. He put it in a book. Put it in a poem. So you're becoming someone who, instead of is using their imagination to scare them or to hinder them or to worry them, you're using it to make something creative, and it's going to be a messenger or help for other people, as well as entertainment. Big on entertaining. This pile is big on entertaining. You're a messenger, but your messenger, the way you message isn't boring. Okay, the way you give your messages is entertainment somehow. Even if it's content, like doing skits. I don't even know if we need to pull cards, because I mean, we're just getting a lot of channeled messages for this reading. Look, and that's going to create your wish come true in life. Your emotional stability. So it's going to change your emotional state. So you're becoming someone who's more emotionally stable and grateful and all of that, because you learned how to do what I was just describing. Yes, you guys are channelers, but you're meant to channel in an entertaining way, like not a boring way. Music is a form of channeling. Art is a form of channeling. Doing skits is a form of channeling. The list could go on and on and on, right? You're supposed to channel in an entertaining way. Channel imagination. Hey, Fairy Godmother. Okay. And it's going to help other people. It's going to be for messages for other people. I'm thinking of that girl on TikTok too. I forgot her name. I think it's like something Space Cowgirl or something. Forgot exactly what her name was. But she makes a lot of skits that are funny and entertaining, but like they have messages in them that are deep. I wish I could remember her name. She's a black girl. Really short hair. She does a lot of spiritual content, but it's funny, and I'm pretty sure she's an Aquarius. She gives Aquarius vibes. Something Cowgirl was her name the last time I seen it. She might have changed it. But I'm thinking of her as well. Yeah. So maybe a spiritual influencer or spiritual entertainer, I would say, more so than an influencer. Because you could still be an influencer and be kind of boring. Yeah, this pile may have anxiety. You may have a lot of fear. Use that, especially for horror. It's no coincidence we got Edgar Allan Poe back here today. I recently just put that there. Maybe you want to make scary, dark music, or, you know, if you are paranoid or you do have a lot of fear or anxiety. I don't know how else to really explain that. But that's who you're becoming, okay? You know, Stephen King, Edgar Allan Poe. These are great examples. The guy who made that song, I always feel like somebody's watching me. I mean, look what Michael Jackson did with Thriller. Rihanna with, bum bum be dum bum bum be dum dum. I just have a feeling that this pile has a lot of dark thoughts. Okay, I just have that feeling. Okay. Anyways, it's going to keep kind of repeating itself. So this is the main idea. How you choose to do it, 100% up to you. Especially because this is a general. But you get the main idea. Okay? Thanks for watching pile number 2. Woo! Okay, pile number 3. Who are you becoming, pile 3? Who's the person that you are becoming? It says, trust the universe. Intuition has wandered and led you astray. The timing is not yours, but the universe at play. Thank you. Have faith and breathe. So right now in the current energy or recent past, you guys could have issues with not trusting yourself, not trusting the universe. Maybe breathing issues, anxiety issues. So something that's going to help you become this person is breath work, 100%, and grounding, feeling safe. You can't trust if you don't feel safe. So by doing techniques like feeling safe, grounding, and all of that, and just having more positive experiences with more positive people is what's going to help you catapult you into becoming the person that you're about to become, which I'm going to explain. It almost feels like you guys think you went on the wrong path or you drifted off course. But what I'm getting is that this is all for a reason. You're going to see why when you're this person who you're becoming. Like you think you got out of alignment, but really you were being brought into more alignment in some way. You thought you were going backwards, but it was only to catapult you more forward. Think of a rubber band. Rubber band goes backwards. But you can't see that it's a rubber band that's about to catapult you forward because it went backwards. I turn every experience into an opportunity. So even your negative experiences become opportunities for you to grow, to help others, to become rich, to turn it into something else. Each problem has a solution. All experiments are opportunities. All experiences are opportunities for me to learn and grow. I am safe. That went with what I was just saying. So the person you're becoming feels safe. The person you're becoming does not feel anxious, does not feel unsafe, does not feel like they have to watch their back from because of other people or anything. No, this version you're becoming feels completely safe. And every time a problem comes up, you're like, oh, how could this actually be helping me in a way that I can't see? How could this actually be teaching me to become better? That's the person you're becoming. You don't look at problems like stressful. You don't get stressed when you have problems. You don't let it stop you or get you down when you have problems. You look at it as an opportunity with this person you're becoming. So a very strong and powerful mindset, which is crazy because in the recent past or maybe right now, you could feel like you have a weak mindset. But like I said, you can't know strong without knowing weak. You just can't. How can you have a strong mind if you didn't at one point have a weak mind? Okay? They go together. Just like strong people. They're not strong if they haven't went through experiences that made them weak. You're becoming someone that is very attractive, for one. Very, very attractive person. What happened is you may not feel safe to be extremely attractive, and so you kind of give yourself a glow down. You're still attractive now, don't get me wrong. But you don't feel safe to be completely yourself, which is going to make you more attractive, or you don't feel safe to be extremely attractive because of jealousy maybe happened in the past, evil eye, envy, things like that. But you're going to fix that. The person you're becoming has fixed that, has learned how to protect that, has learned how to transmute that, those energies, and is extremely attractive. And it almost feels like the older you're getting, the more attractive you're becoming, which usually that's the other way around, right? People want to, oh, I want to be 21 again because I was hot and I was young. For you, you're getting hotter as you get older. Okay, so you're becoming someone extremely, extremely attractive. You're becoming someone who is very focused on self-care. And self-care doesn't have to mean just physical. You're taking care of your mind. You're taking care of your body. You're taking care of your spirit. But you could be doing the physical too, where you're taking care of your physical body. You're taking care of your skin, your hair. But you're not just taking care of the physical, like the skin and the hair and the nails. You're taking care of the mind, the spirit, the energy, you know? It's not just the outside. And this is something that you may have unlocked to unlock a goddess energy, a goddess power, is that it does come from within. It almost feels like you're becoming someone who's parenting and coaching yourself. My persuasion can build a nation. Yeah, so you are becoming someone who will attract a lot of competition, but that's happened with you in the past. And you don't realize it, but competition that you've had from people in the past has made you feel unsafe and made you basically dim your own light. Let's put it that way. Okay. You may have been a people pleaser in the past as well. We're like, oh, I don't want to make them feel uncomfortable, or I want them to like me, or no. This person you're becoming, if you figure out someone doesn't like you or they're jealous of you, you're not going to try to change their mind. You're just going to get lost. Their loss. So very unbothered by what people say and think about you as well. How they feel about you. Not being a people pleaser and trying to change their mind or see that they're hurt. It's like, yeah, you'll see that they're hurt, but it's not my job to fix them. If they feel jealous of me, why should I make them feel more comfortable and not be jealous of me? You're just going to remove yourself. You're someone who only is going to hang out with people who are confident, who are in your energy, who view you as an equal, who don't view themselves as below or above you, because either one of those things could cause issues, right? Yes. You're someone who's becoming more realigned. And you're becoming someone who does not overindulge. You do not overdrink. You do not oversmoke. You do not overly hang out with people. You know, you can overindulge in anything. You don't overspend money to shop. You don't have any type of overindulgence or addiction tendencies. This person you're becoming does not have that. You don't overeat. You pay attention to your body. You know when you're full. All of that. You know when you need water. Which is right now, by the way. Drink some water. Pile 3. Who are you becoming? A very happy person. A person who gets a lot of attention because of their energy and their beauty and their mind, because it's all beautiful. Ruby red, bright, bright, diamonds on shine, should be legally blinded, smile, pearl white, white. So you're someone that pays attention to your discernment and is not a people pleaser. This person you're becoming. You'll know when it's time to cut someone off. You'll listen to your intuition on that. But you're a warm and you're happy and you're a kind person. Who's this person you're becoming? You also may make a lot of money. So you're not just attractive and smart and have a nice personality, but you also do have a lot of money with this person you're becoming. How are you making this money, though? I don't know. Yeah, so it could be different for all of you. How you make money. But you may somehow, some way make money off your voice. Through talking, through using your voice in some type of way. But the more you do these things, the more you're going to know what you want to do in career. And be able to pinpoint it more. Some of you may be someone that helps animals or helps children with this person that you're becoming, or both. It's giving foster parent vibes. It's giving a person that starts charities, you know. I'm trying to think here. I feel like there's more messages, but it's not coming through. Because I think it's supposed to be a surprise. That's a part of the journey, is that you're not supposed to know right now what you're going to do for career. You're just not meant to know. And even if you think you know, it could change. It's almost like what you're praying or manifesting is below what you're actually going to end up doing. That's all I can say about it. That's all I can let you know. So we're going to leave that here. But this is who you're becoming, okay? Someone extremely confident and high self-esteem in a healthy way, but not egotistical. Not egotistical. And still humble. Okay? You may even help other people to find their confidence and to be confident. Yeah. Okay? I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it here. Love you guys. Thanks for watching, and thank you for the likes. I'm going to make a vote. So check out the vote so you guys can choose what you want to see tomorrow.